Hello and welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. Before I get into the topic of this video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Every subscriber, every person who has shared, every person who has hit the like button, every person who has joined membership, every person who's left a comment, everyone who participates in the live streams, every person who's ever donated, super chat, super thanks, donations that are from Venmo or Cash App or whatever, any and everything, those who donated toward the computer that I needed and the technology that I needed. I've said thank you for that before, but I want to come back and say it again because maybe everybody didn't hear that, but huge. So thankful for all of you and for the community that we're building here at the Adrienne Ross Show. Okay, I want you to know I truly mean that. So I wanted to do it before I got any further because that right there is the most important thing that I'm going to say in this entire video. Not that the rest is not important. It's just that that's the most important. So I appreciate you. Okay, I got to ask this question because I have seen comments that make me want to ask this question. The Caitlyn Clark effect. The price, for example, to attend the preseason game that the Indiana Fever will be playing in Iowa at Carver Hawkeye Arena against the Brazilian national team, the women's basketball team. We took a look at the prices. We know it sold out in 42 minutes. And I guess there's some kind of standing room only tickets. And then there are, of course, people who are going to sell the tickets they bought. I want us to look again over at StubHub and see what these prices are, which the other day I called the Caitlyn Clark effect otherworldly. Let's take a look again at these prices. And then I'm going to ask you a question because of some comments I'm seeing regarding the Caitlyn Clark effect. And here we are again, looking at these prices, 534, 551, going on and on, 5, 6, 6s. I'm talking about not $6, y'all, not $60. I'm talking about 600 plus, 700s, 700s, 800. It's going on and on, 900. Now we're into the thousands. This 1,059. And you can just watch. It's just going. This one, some of the fives were sold. It says a day ago, 1680, 1704. You get into the twos. And then this 4,881, 5,774 each. Just otherworldly. Right? So here's the question. Is the Caitlyn Clark effect alienating the common folks? The common folks, the folks who don't typically dish out $500, $1,000, even $400 for a game. Someone in the comments had said something like, I'm glad I got to see Caitlyn Clark in her rookie season because I don't think I'll ever get to see her play again. I'm not saying that what that person said is necessarily so. I mean, I hope that person ends up oozing with finances and can do whatever she wants. But that was the comment. I'm glad I got to see her because the way prices are going, it may not ever happen again. So another comment where someone said, this team might want to be careful that they don't alienate certain people. Now, from where I come from, my perspective, I'm a capitalist. Capitalism works. And so I typically believe that every individual, every organization, every business has the right to charge whatever the person, individual, organization, the business wants to charge. That's just the way it works. So I have no problem with that, except, in situations where there's tragedy or natural disasters and stuff and people price gouge, that kind of thing I don't go for. But other than that, my basic philosophy is that people let you know if you're charging too much because they'll stop buying. So you allow the people to make that decision. But there are people who simply don't have or will not pay that kind of money I just showed you to go to a basketball game, much less a preseason basketball game. So then what? I guess that's the question. I'm wondering, is it going to alienate me personally? I'm not going to pay a mortgage to go watch a basketball game. I'm not even going to pay half a mortgage to watch a basketball game. I don't think. Not when I can watch it on television, probably get a better view of it and enjoy it just as much. That's just me. I'm going to buy some merch, some jerseys, some basketballs, perhaps a picture, stuff like that. And even get them as gifts. So, in that way, I'm obviously supporting the team, and people who love me are supporting the team as if they buy me a gift like that. But I'm not going to pay $2,000 for a basketball game. I'm not going to pay $1,000. I'm not going to pay some of the lower prices either. That's just me. Even if I have it, I'm not going to do that unless it's some really special occasion, which of course some people see that an opportunity to see Caitlyn Clark live as a special occasion, and they have it and they'll go ahead and spend it. Far as I know, I don't think I'm willing to do that. We'll find out. I may change my mind, but I don't know. But your common folk, they're not going to be able to pay that kind of money, or they got bills to pay and other responsibilities. So that's the case with life. It's always the case with life. There are things we afford, and there are things we don't. There are things we want to pay our money towards and things we don't. Those are choices we make. And in some cases, it's not a choice. People just don't have it. So Caitlyn Clark had said at her jersey retirement, she commented that save your money because it's going to be expensive and things like that. So it's a great thing that the Caitlyn Clark effect is bringing money, millions of dollars to Indianapolis. What was it? How much was it? Was it 36 million that they attributed to the Caitlyn Clark effect in Indiana in the last several months? So she's doing great for the economy because of people like Caitlyn Clark. The WNBA players will, I believe, all benefit, even financially. Obviously, their games are going to be packed out whenever Indiana plays, whether home or away. Wherever Indiana goes is basically a home game. So it'll do good. But will the people, the true fans, the salt of the earth fans, the people who have, cheered for Caitlyn Clark, bought the merchandise, just loved Caitlyn Clark and supported her, will they be a part of this new wave in terms of being able to get into the building or get into a particular function or whatever it is surrounding the team, surrounding Caitlyn Clark? How will the Caitlyn Clark affect the whole picture of the fans and the people who support her? So it's just a question, because I saw some comments about that, about the prices, about, I have a chance to watch. And someone like me, I'm just as content to watch at home. In fact, I had opportunities way back in the WNBA day. Yeah, my first WNBA ticket game I ever saw cost me $8. $8. And I was in the back. When I say the back of the back, I mean, there was the only thing behind me was a wall. It was a spontaneous decision. I was in DC. A friend said, "Hey, you want to go see it?" Yeah. And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." And it was not a problem getting tickets or anything like that. And I was up in the nosebleeds. Like I said, I'm not exaggerating. The only thing behind us was a wall. That was $8. I've been to other games past that. I went to the first ever WNBA All-Star game. We're not talking about thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars either. But I also had an opportunity to go to a finals. If I remember, it was one of the times when the Houston Comets, my team, was facing off with against the New York Liberty. And I'm from New York, so I was in New York and had an opportunity. Somebody had tickets, said, "Hey, you want to go see this big time game?" And not to be inconsiderate or ungrateful, but I was like, "Well, what kind of seats are they?" And I said, because I'm so intent on my team winning when I'm watching a playoff game with my Houston Comets back then. Listen, they're going to have to be really, really good seats to make me go into enemy territory, first of all, and then to have to basically watch the game on the Jumbotron because I'm so far away. I can't watch my team win. So that's how I looked at it. And I opted to stay home. I'm cool like that. But there are other people who really want to get on the floor. They look at it as a great opportunity they'd like to have. Again, me personally, as far as I can imagine, I'm not going to spend a mortgage or half a mortgage to go to a game. But there are others who want to. Some common folks. What do you see the Caitlyn Clark effect doing in terms of the fans, the true fans who may not have the kind of money that it's going to start costing already? What am I saying? Already costing to go see Caitlyn Clark play. What are your thoughts on that? And because the people will let you know, and people are letting them know, they want to pay. They don't mind to paying that money, and they're doing it. And so if people are paying for it, then people are going to continue to charge for it, and that's fine. What do you see happening along those lines? That the common folk will be phased out, be pushed out, or do you see some kinds of changes taking place along those lines that would allow your common folks, so to speak, to be able to support the player who is the face of the WNBA? What are your thoughts about that? What are you willing to pay? Are you willing to go some of those numbers I saw? Just interested in your thoughts, where this is headed. So get in the comments, be respectful in your comments. And I was going to say, I'll catch you next time, God willing. And I'm hoping the next time will be for Unrivaled, as I intend to go live again for that. So hang out with the Adrienne Ross Show family shortly. Actually, by the time I get this up, the game will probably have started already. So anyway, God bless you abundantly.